We've all heard of bring your kid to work day, but how do you keep them occupied when they're in the office? We're introducing you to one Eden Prairie mom who has a unique solution and is on a big mission.
You want to sit on my lap?
From a small office in Eden Prairie.
Okay. You see red? Yeah.
Meteorologist Susie Martin
Yeah.
Mama.
and her curious 2-year-old Sully
What do you see?
have the whole world at the tips
One up the sky.
of their fingers.
This one.
Oh, the sun. Can you go stand over there?
Most of the time, people keep their kids away from their work.
All right, Sully Boo. Ready?
But when Susie is on the clock, her little guy's right where she wants him.
All right.
Tied
Get my hair all
tightly
not disheveled.
to her.
Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Susie Martin with your national forecast.
With her first child in 2016,
I have a very special guest.
she became wrapped up in baby wearing.
I decided to bring in my little assistant here as we take a look at what's happening. I heard about it. I had attended a local meetup. They taught you how to do it, and I was like, this is amazing. Now behind this boundary, we also do have colder air. I got immersed in that world, and I decided to promote baby wearing using the platform that I had. But even despite this cool down, just wanted to share this amazing tool that helped me. We're monitoring again the threat for some thunderstorms.
For Susie, it's been a game changer.
I'm an adoptive mom, so I actually first heard about baby wearing from our adoption agency, and it was on a list of ways to help promote bonding between you and your infant. Susie Martin with your national Coast to Coast.
Her oldest, Ansel, started appearing years ago.
So I thought I'd bring out my handy assistant throughout those first few months. It was just huge for both him and I to be able to be close in contact like that. As we take a look at Sunday, we're spiking back up to 61. It helps promote bonding. It helps with postpartum depression and just helps you feel human again, like you can do things. Want to say bye, Sully?
Bye.
He'll be back.
As her boys have grown, she's gotten resourceful.
I borrowed a few babies here and there. In contrast with the very cold temperatures.
But Susie does a whole lot more than broadcasting.
Wow, look at all that.
Yeah.
She's the president of Predictix,
It is really storming.
a weather forecasting and consulting company that remotely produces forecasts and graphics for clients all over.
Do you see flags?
From writing research to forensic weather analysis,
Currently in Jamaica.
she's done it all
Lightning bolts.
with her babies, as close as they can be.
Mama.
That's right. For Mama.
It's been a great journey. Quite the opposite happening though in the eastern tiers.
That journey took an unexpected turn in 2018 when this happened.
My son happened to fall asleep mid-forecast and it took the internet by storm. We had millions of views on this thing, as we do have a strong ridge of high pressure.
Millions of views helped her reach moms all around the world.
I loved the attention that it gave to baby wearing and loved sharing that. There was a lot of wonderful messages, people sharing their stories about how baby wearing helped them.
Hello.
I'm assuming you have a carrier.
I've got like a gajillion of them.
To continue advocating,
Clip this little mic.
Susie can always rely on her staff to lend
My special little guest.
a little one.
This is my assistant meteorologist. This is Wally, and he's gonna help.
And with the smallest of assistants,
Lots of sunshine from most of our islands.
she hopes moms tuning in for these forecasts,
He did great.
wherever they may be,
Do you want to see Wally doing the weather?
will be informed.
So cute. Well, how about this? To say goodbye to the ski hill season, skiers and snowboarders who love a little thrill headed out to Highland Hills yesterday for their pond skim event to celebrate the end of the season. Participants are challenged to cross the length of a pool full of water on a pair of skis or on a snowboard. Even though the water was cold, people we spoke with said it's all part of the fun.
So cool, but now it's a little wet and cold. Last year's a lot warmer than this time. But I think the adrenaline helps a lot with the cold.
Prizes were awarded for the best and most creative skims. Well, do you remember Steve Sack? For more than 40 years, his cartoons in the Star Tribune didn't just make us laugh, they also made us think. In 2022, Steve had to step away from the craft after losing the use of his right hand. But now he's back. Our Sammy Salina has the story.
Pulitzer Prize-winning political cartoonist Steve Sack, with his storied 40-year career at the Star Tribune, did not want to retire.
I don't know. I had no choice, really.
At the time in 2022, he had recovered from cancer years before. He felt a numbness in his drawing hand.
They thought it might be carpal tunnel, so I had carpal tunnel surgery. And that was the last time I could hold a pencil again. If an artist can't draw, that's the end of it.
But as an artist at heart, he turned to other mediums in his retirement.
I've been making 3D sculptures, and that was a creative outlet. If I didn't have that, I would have gone crazy. I did start going to a life drawing session, a weekly thing from a model, just to see if I could get some coordination with my left hand.
Immigrants are welcome here!
It wasn't until Operation Metro Surge came along that I was inspired to start drawing cartoons again, because I got so angry.
Using an iPad and his newly found skills as a lefty, he coped the best way he knew how.
It was kind of like, it's my way of processing things, I guess.
Publishing on his Substack new editorial cartoons. And now, Sack is back, out of retirement to become a regular contributor to MinnPost.
I found it very satisfying to be doing cartoons again.
Because this storied cartoonist has more stories to tell.
Once I started, I realized how much I missed it.
Sammy Solina, KARE 11 News.
Sack's new work can now be found at MinnPost every Thursday. Stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.